Hey, how's it going? My name is Patrick Smith. I figured I'd come on here and give a quick introduction and let you know what this channel should be all about, or what the plan is. I've been here for over 42 years, Palm Beach County native. I own a company called Swamp to Sea Guide Service. We do everything: inshore fishing, freshwater, etc. The whole thing. Cover the whole southeast portion of the state. The channel, though, is not going to be fishing related. I still have a pretty strong hatred for fishing videos on YouTube. I can't help it. It's just my protective nature. I do fish 7 days a week, so some of that footage is bound to make it in there. It's kind of inevitable. But this is going to be more about a big change that we're working on with our family. Been here forever. The growth rate is just been out of control for the last 25 years, and I haven't adjusted well to it, and neither has my wife. And I think my kid's gonna like being outside a little more than she's able to here, have a little more wildlife around. And I've managed to acquire a piece of property over in Southwest Florida in the Everglades. And it's a dream property for me. And we're gonna start out just covering what it took to get the property. From discovering it to going through the purchase, it was just a complete roller coaster, and amazing that we were able to pull it off in the first place. But it has nothing on it right now. No house, no pad, not even an address. So I'm gonna take you through that whole process of buying it to whatever we end up doing with it along the way. And I'm sure there'll be some other just parts of our lives that pop in and out. You'll have to bear with me. I've never filmed, I've never talked into a GoPro or anything before, edited, whatever. So it's probably gonna be pretty bad in the beginning, but I do happen to know a bunch of YouTubers who are good at it, and maybe they'll be willing to help me out a little bit here and there. All right, thanks. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is sunrise over Lantana, Florida, the town where I grew up and where I still make my living to this day. I'm gonna try and show you some of the parts that I like and the parts that I dislike. And later on, I'll show you where I plan to move on to. This is the exit of Harvey Oyer Jr. boat ramp in Boynton Beach. Heading out into the channel, just getting a look to the north. All the rocks, boats, sandbars on each side. Bumping through the no wake zone here in Lantana. The camera makes it look like I'm going a lot faster than I am. I promise, I'm following the rules. And here's a view of the houses a lot of people don't get to see, but this is A1A headed north. You can see the reef, crystal clear. Not a lot of fish on these days, but it is kind of like looking down an aquarium. You can see all the little snappers, grunts, turtles, and even here's a big manta ray. See these guys pretty commonly in Boynton Beach. Some get really big. The biologists are always studying them. Very cool creatures. Love to check us out. Not really scared of the boats too much. It really is a beautiful area. And when I'm on the water, I'm completely happy, especially moments like this. Teasing up the jacks for my fly fishing client. He's actually already hooked up with a fish, so I'm just having fun throwing a plug with no hooks on it, getting him to chase it in. Here's a run headed in the Boynton Inlet. This has become a pretty famous place. Few Instagram pages showing people going out the inlet, doing it the right way and the wrong way. This is a pretty calm day, just cruising on in. Gonna jump through the bridge here. Cruising through, everybody's on the seawalls, fishing for snook and hanging out, just checking things out. This is Beer Can Island on the right. Just about every town seems to have one. Except for ours now has a coyote living on it. You'll catch a quick glimpse of him right at the very end of the clip on the right. He's just up there eating birds, iguanas, and I've heard some charter boats are starting to throw him fish on the way back in. This has become a kind of disappointing feature of our area, which is sailboats that are left after the winter snowbirds go back north and they leave them through hurricane season. And unfortunately, this is how it ends up, and it becomes the local people's problems. These boats will be broken loose, slamming into other boats that are moored up, private docks, and just overall causing hazard. And it's left as the taxpayer's responsibility to get them cleaned up. Now, for the least favorite part of this area and what it's become, a little drone shot showing pretty much from above my house all the development that's happened around us. Man, I really hate traffic. I never could have imagined in my entire life that this intersection would be this size. It is craziness just trying to get anywhere during rush hour. This is midday, barely any cars. I drive mostly in the dark or at odd times when I don't have to deal with too much of it. The cow fields are gone, and the new developments and apartments and everything else are coming in hot. It's kind of unbelievable how close they will put houses to each other, packing people in, but the roads can't get any bigger. It is what it is. Everybody wants to live in paradise. Wasn't too sure how to go about this, so I just pointed the GoPro at the laptop screen. That's my house there. Not really scared to show it. I'm pretty easy to find. And this will give you an idea of the density of our area, of our county. It is, it's pretty full. And I figured I'll zoom in on some of these neighborhoods just so you can see. They literally build right on top of each other. It's almost like just reach out and knock on your neighbor's window. And when you realize that all those snake-looking things are neighborhoods that are exactly the same. And golf courses. Lots of golf courses. You know, pretty much every big neighborhood's going to have one. Now, we live right on the edge of the Everglades. And I figured I'd just show a quick timeline of how these neighborhoods have developed, you know, through Google Earth's little time function, some big clouds, but look how they just build right over the farm fields. Oh, we didn't need that fresh food anyways. I remember what I was showing earlier with the density of houses. It's wild. This is going to kind of show you the difference between where we are and where our dream property is, and the difference. Makes me want to hop in my truck and drive over right now. That's the whole town right there. That is it. Just a little different. A couple hours away. If you search, you can probably find something too. Get away from it all. This is actually a quick glimpse of my new property over in Southwest Florida. Flew the drone over to try and get a better look. Here's one of our neighbors, Florida black bear. This is actually the first one I've ever seen in person. He's just out cruising, looking for some garbage to go through. Here's a weird buzzing noise over his head. Made a quick stop, checking out some of the land-based fishing opportunities. It's the little causeway over by Chokoloskee Island. Beautiful place. Just flying over the new neighborhood. You could say it's a little different out here. Nice and quiet. There's my bright red truck. And we're flying around. Lots of wildlife. Not as many people. And everybody kind of just keeps to themselves. I love it. As the camera spins around here, we're cruising right up my property. This whole area that's on screen, all the way down the road. All those big natural royals, cypress. We are going to have a blast going through this and just showing you how we're going to work the land and eventually, hopefully, build our house here. I'm going to go over everything from our dealings with the DEP, because obviously we're inside a big state preserve, and buying the property, finding the property, just everything that we went through, every hoop that we jumped through. And who knows, it probably will help someone along the way, because it was a complete learning process. Here's Lake Harmon. Those used to be limestone quarries until the permit ran out in 2003, and now it belongs to the state. Out west, you're going to find Naples, probably about 25 minutes that way. 10 or 12 minutes that direction will be Everglades City, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach, 2 hours the other direction. This drone stuff's pretty cool. I'm still learning to use it and probably overusing it. Just got to deal with it. There's a good overhead shot of our land. I'm going to wrap this up with a little shot of our neighborhood bear. We've been told his name is Roscoe. Hopefully I can put together some videos and get a better hang of this. Filming, drone, recording, voiceovers, so much to learn. But I think I'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing the steps and watching what we do. Thank you.